Hi, this is Shelley Kraft. We're coming to you live on SNNLive. We're at the AdvaMed 2011, the MedTech Conference here in Washington, D.C. I have Mario Brossi, nice Italian name, of the Swiss Foreign Investment Agency, a private concern. Welcome to SNNLive.
Pleasure to be here. It's our third and hopefully one of the many future AdvaMeds, so we're longtime attenders.
Now, why does the Swiss Foreign Investment Agency come to an AdvaMed? I know the answer, but I got to ask you anyway.
Well, it's a great question. Switzerland is a small place. We're about twice the size of the state of Maryland, 7.5 million people. But in addition to all that, we are sort of loosely the medtech basket of Europe. We are by far the densest concentration of pharma, biotech, medtech companies, I think safe to say, anywhere in the world. And so obviously when the major conference in medical technology takes place, in this case AdvaMed here in Washington, we like to be here to show the Swiss flag.
And it's a great country. We've been there many times. Zurich is like a second home for us in Europe. And we certainly know that there are great things going on in Switzerland in both the medtech, pharmaceutical, orphan drugs. I mean, there's just such a high-class development population of intelligent scientists and business. So why are...
I was going to say, I should be holding the microphone, and
I'm
you should
sorry.
be No.
I'm gloating over the fact that I know what goes on in Switzerland. So why are you, besides all of the above, when you come here, are you representing the country looking for companies to come to Switzerland to do more, or do you have product that you're bringing here to share with,
Right, indeed. Well, we're here for all of those reasons. But, it's a delight to, meet somebody who knows Switzerland almost as well as I do. But you're absolutely right. In addition to all the aforementioned good reasons to think about Switzerland as a production center, as a headquarters location, as a manufacturing location, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The nice thing is that for those of us who follow sort of country report cards, and by that I mean we know that there are organizations all over the world, whether it's the World Economic Forum or organizations associated with the UN, U.S. Commerce, et cetera, who come out with sort of competitive analyses of how well countries do. And you have sort of, led me right in that direction. I'm delighted to say that Switzerland and the United States, for the last 3 years in a row, have essentially traded places at the top of that table, meaning that Switzerland currently is number one, the U.S. is number two, and it was, different by just one notch last year in terms of innovation and competitiveness. And, that's a market basket of different things that come into play.
But there's also partnering and there's sharing going on, because it's, I've met Swiss nationals living in the United States representing divisions of both Swiss companies and or American companies.
Absolutely. And, we reckon that there are about 1 million Americans in the United States who have Swiss roots, which is a testament to, the close connection between the two nations. We're the only two democratic countries that consider themselves so-called sister republics, because we basically share our constitution. But that's sort of the political, side of things. And in terms of this industry and what goes on here, you're absolutely right. There are many countries that obviously have companies here doing business. The nice thing about the Swiss-American relationship is that it's a very even, co-equal relationship. And what I mean by that is, at last count, we figure there are about 705 North American companies that are based in Switzerland. And there are about 650 Swiss companies that are based in the United States, each of them creating new technology, each of them generating high-paying jobs.
And saving people's lives.
And ultimately, absolutely, the bottom line in medtech is exactly
what it's all
that.
about.
Indeed. But I guess my point was it is a very even relationship, and so there's not a perception that one country or one country's companies benefits more than the other. The largest, I believe this is true, I mean, you'll be closer to this than I am, but I believe I'm still right in saying that the largest announced M&A transaction this year in this space is the purchase by J&J of Synthes, for about $40 billion, which shows the increasing or the existing interest that Swiss companies continue to have for large U.S. multis, but it also works the other way.
I have to tell you, let's send the website out to our viewers, please.
Indeed. The website is www.locationswitzerland, all one long phrase, .com.
What a pleasure to have you on, Mario.
Great pleasure.
It's good to get your insight, and it's good. I'll always plug Switzerland. You don't have to worry about it.
Pleasure.
So thanks for coming on.
Lots of success.
You got it. You too.